So now we've come to episode 6, I guess.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. I mean, never mind. So we are filming the episode 6 of Rooftop Chitchat. This episode we're going to talk about Fringe shows. Now we have 2 guests with us. So as usual, we start to introduce ourselves from this side.
Hi, my name is Naeem Jean-Baptiste. I am the writer and producer of Things to Say When You See You in Person.
Hello, I'm Charlotte Ritter. I'm the writer and producer of Sunk Into the Earth.
First of all, I want to talk about why did you choose to do a Fringe show compared to a normal show in a normal season?
I think Fringe is just really accessible, which is very nice. You just have a lot less hassle with it because there's so many theaters who are already offering. There's such a community as well, and there's so many offers that you just see and can decide which one is working best for you, which is really nice. Yeah,
I agree. I think that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to do a Fringe was, we were with a group of like 400 shows.
Yes.
And I just felt that was like, I think that was just such a great community to be a part of, and instead of it being like, okay, like, oh, I hope this theater asks us, it's all together. It made it more accessible and easier to like find a venue, find a group, and then put it together.
So. Also with the promotion, like so much promotion is being done for you, and you connect. Yeah, because it's promoted on the Fringe platforms, and you connect with other shows. So everyone's like, there's a lot of buzz on social media where people are like, hey, we're going to Camden Fringe, and then other people are like, yeah, us too. The community is really amazing.
Okay. Yeah. I want to know more about how the festival organizer help. How much do they help you, and what kind of help do they offer to you?
Right, so you start with like an application process, and you send all the most important things in, like what's your show called, how many people are in it, and then they ask you for like a little blurb that they can put online on their website. Then they ask you for a longer thing. They ask you for a press release. It's a bit different. So the company I'm with, we applied for Camden Fringe, Wanstead Fringe, and Lambeth Fringe. So all the 3 big fringes in London. And there was a similar, slightly different process for each and every one of those. But then they will help you, like the press release is going out via the Fringe platforms, and then they will also, like, especially with Camden Fringe, they have like a number of venues who participate, and then you can pick which one would be good for you. And they have all the information about the venues as well, like how many seats, what kind of stage, is it thrust, is it proscenium, is it in the round, how much is it as well. So there's so you can really see very easily what works for you, and then you apply to the theatre. You apply for the theatre, and then they tell you if they have any vacancies left, and then you can get booked in very easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they have like a book. I mean, they even have like a booklet if you want to pay a little bit more to like be featured in a booklet that they have. You can do that, and also just like having the name Camden Fringe on something just helps boost. They also, like, towards when the festival started, I was getting emails of like, if somebody needed a videographer, a photographer, like, so they would send you stuff if you needed something, or if I had questions, the organizers would help me answer it. So they were actually very available and very helpful. And I felt like, okay, we're constantly getting so much information that it was like, okay, I know exactly. When you're like producing a show, it's like you need to just know so much. And the more information they gave you, the easier it was. It's like, okay, great. So
they were really good with, Camden Fringe in particular was really good responding very quickly.
yes.
They would get back to you within an hour many times.
Nice.
Which is really, really lovely. And then, like, if you want to have a discount code for students, for example, that you want to give out to East 15 students, for example, they were like, yes, we'll set it up for you. What do you want to, what should the discount code be called?
Okay.
And they got back to me within like an hour and it was set up and I could like,
an hour.
Yeah, it was fast.
literally,
Yeah.
they were so on it and like, it was incredible.
And I think they managed the tickets for you. So like when somebody booked, they had the list of who purchased. You had a door tool so you could scan people's tickets and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they had all of that for you. So that made it even easier. I just went a little bit ahead to just like have like a card reader so people could pay at the door. But for advanced booking, they handled all of that. And I was like, oh my gosh, easy. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the ticket sales, for example, they went via Camden Fringe. And you could sell tickets at the door, which was then done by the theatre, but everything else like was done by Camden Fringe. So also the theatres have a lot less work because Camden Fringe is doing so much, which is really lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the venue cheaper than usual?
I think most venues try to be
I think so.
cheaper.
I've heard that they've tried to be more like accessible during that time period. So
because it's also like they do know that the people who are doing Fringe don't really have a lot of money. And so for Camden Fringe, we went to Barons Court Theatre, which was a lovely venue. And it was really lovely because we had a 50-50 box office split. So you do not have any costs in advance, which is so helpful if you're self-producing and we literally, it was all through fundraising. We did fundraising in advance and then we had to make do with the money we got.
50-50 split, which means that you don't have... Do you have a baseline for that? Like minimum?
Sometimes you have a baseline.
Okay.
Barons Court had a baseline, which was like £20 per night. So if which is nothing.
Yeah.
So we never... It was never a problem. So if we hadn't had if we hadn't sold a single ticket one night, we would have had to pay them £20. But we always exceeded that. That was not a problem.
So just 2 tickets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's 2 tickets and you're already
sale. Home free.
Great. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh wow.
Which is really nice.
Yeah.
It's a tiny theatre, but it's also Leo who's running it is a lovely guy. He's wonderful and it was just it was really, really lovely. And then it was different for Once at Fringe and then it was also different for Lambeth Fringe. If you want me to get to that, I can also do that. But like, so we actually...
Because I went to the London Fringe one.
Yes.
And I saw it was a huge venue with all the seats.
Yes. So with Lambeth Fringe, we couldn't choose the venue. They just... we put in the application and then they just told us which venue we'd be at.
Oh, gotcha.
They also, when we applied, they also didn't know at that point which venues would be participating that year. So it's always changing. Like Lambeth Fringe is run by the Bread, or I'm not sure if it's run by or definitely in close collaboration with the Bread and Roses Theatre, which is a lovely, lovely venue. But they don't know who else is participating by the time you have to send in the application. So when we sent in our application in May or something, we heard back in July from them, and then they just offered us 2 dates and were like, you can have 2 dates at this venue, do you accept? And then you say yes. And then they have like a list of people, like if somebody drops out, they have other people who can move into those slots that were vacated. But like, so we couldn't choose our venue. They will try to, you ask for a venue that fits your play, and they will try to do it as well as they can. But yeah, we had a huge theatre that was not, because we were at the Central Film School, which is a massive theatre. And so it seated like 90 people, and we had 20 in the audience. So it was just not. But they were super helpful. They were really lovely. So we built a thrust stage by ourselves where we just had chairs on stage set up in a thrust and then worked it like that. Which you make do, and that's the whole thing with Fringe. It always gets a bit messy and a bit like, but that's also the joy and the magic of it. So yeah.
Well, what about your place, your venue?
Oh gosh, we did a little bit slightly differently. We did at the Water Rats,
Nice.
which is actually more of like a live music venue than a traditional theater venue. But they were, because of Camden Fringe, they were letting plays come in, and so we had to pay up front. We had to pay, I think it was £100 per night for 3 nights.
Okay.
But it was fine. I've paid for Beyonce concert tickets without thinking about it. So I was like, you know what? Let me just spend the money.
Yeah.
But once you pay that, you don't have to split the ticket.
Yeah, so the Water Rats, we got to keep 100% of the profits afterwards.
Nice.
And so it was, that was great. And I think, and we had 3 nights at 9 o'clock, and somebody was going on before us. And so they had like 10 minutes to clear their stuff, and we could be on at 9 till 11. And so that was like, we were like, okay. And we were in the center, Water Rats is like 5 minutes away from King's Cross. I was like, oh my gosh, like what a venue. And then like Katy Perry performed there when she was first getting started.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
It's like a proper like live music. Like Oasis was there, Charlie Chaplin was there.
Really?
And it was a very nice venue. And it was like nice and intimate. I was like, okay, like this is a shout. But we had to do the box office. So I was like, all right, let me get myself together and do the box office. We had to make sure that we're out at a certain time, but they were very nice. They were super nice. And so that was our venue. It was a bit more like, we got to keep 100, but we did have to pay up front. But it was a great venue. I had no complaints. And our show was a more intimate two-hander. And so I think that really worked because like everybody could just be, we could just like feel the intimacy of both of the characters. And so I was very pleased with how that went, at least the venue.
You guys want more food?
Yes.
Now is the right timing. What do you want?
Can I have more of that sticky stuff?
Yes.
It's so good.
Yes.
And can I just have a little bit more of everything?
Sure. Can I have this plate?
Yes.
It's so nice, honestly. It's so interesting to find out about these things.
Me too. I'm like gobbling up the information about Lambton. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's honestly yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you do kind of feel the community when you're in it as well. So we had kind of contact with the shows that went before and after us.
Same.
And you're like friendly and you're like, hey, you break a leg.
Same.
But it's really nice to also talk about it afterwards when it's all done.
Yeah, so we can get perspective because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know that stuff about Lamb. I didn't know it.
Fringe, yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you have to pay up front or?
For Lambeth Fringe, no.
But
We also, that was really cool. That Lambeth Fringe is like, also it's super cheap. Like most of their venues are like box office split.
How much is the Central Film School venue?
Nothing. That was like a 50-50 box office split.
Okay.
So that was also really like literally nothing, which is very nice. I mean, box office split. You pay with that, but like that's just really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the easier thing if you don't have to worry about how many tickets you sell.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we also, it's not strictly Fringe, but we also did like a run at the Etc. Theatre. It was called the Women Writers Festival. And we did that in September, which was also really cool, but we had to pay. And it was like £125 a night plus tech costs. So I think in the end we were almost at, oh my God, that looks incredible.
Yeah, but I put 2 so you can.
I think I maybe won, but I'm so full and like because it's so delicious. Yeah. You can. Oh no, wait. I'll talk so you can. Yeah, so we also did the Women Writers Festival at the Etc. Theatre, which was quite expensive. And then you really worry about how much money you bring in every night. It was fine overall because we like all the money we made with the Camden Fringe run, we poured into the Etc. Theatre in the Women Writers Festival run. And then all the money we made from that, or we got out from that, we poured into Lambeth Fringe. Okay. We had initially also wanted to do Wanstead Fringe, but that fell through because they were already all booked out by the time we sent in our application. The deadline was still up and going for a few more weeks, but you know, if it's full, it's full.
Oh, they filled up the shows.
They filled up, all their venues. And then they did offer, they said, if you find your own venue, you can still run under our flag. You can still participate. But then that proved to be really tricky because finding your own venue, and we only had like 2 weeks. They gave us like 2 weeks to find our own venue. And then it's so many venues are so expensive or like already booked out. And it's just, so that would have been like in June. And to find a venue for September in June is like, that's too close. That didn't work. And then the Women Writers Festival popped up where they were like, all September, women writers come do our shows at the Etc., it was lovely, and they were lovely people. I was sadly very sick the whole run, so I wasn't quite with it, but they were lovely people, and we made it work, and I have an incredible cast and co-producer and like very, very cool people on board. And we had intimacy directors and everything, so that was really, it was lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, it ended up working out for us. I just thought our venue was just so awesome that it was worth it. It was worth it. And we got to keep 100% of the profits. I think that was like the steal. It was like, yes.
Yeah.
And the tech came included, like all of that was included. I was like, oh, thank goodness.
That is so important that the tech is included, because we had that problem with the Etc., where we were like, okay, we can pay this. And then we also looked at the tech and we were like, oh, this is a bit more than we would have originally planned, but we did it anyways because it was a really cool opportunity, and so we went for that.
I think the special thing about like the Water Rats and other venues I don't know if the Etc. Theater is also a bar as well. I don't think so. It is.
Yeah.
But the bar really wanted us to promote the show, and vice versa. They wanted us to work together because people would get they would go to see the show and buy drinks and vice versa. So they made sure that they let us put posters up, they let us put like our flyers on the desk, and so I thought that was really helpful. I think they did like a little special on for drinks at the bar. I think it was happy hour from like 5 to 8 or something. So it's like, come to the happy hour, get drunk, and then come see the play. So that was really helpful to like bring audiences. So,
by the way, you talk about the time. I am curious. 5 p.m., 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Would these timing matter a lot to shows?
Yeah,
they do. They matter a lot.
Yeah.
So we had the Camden Fringe run at like 5:30. Which was good. I mean, a little bit later would have been probably even better. But our Etc. run was at 9 p.m. And then it was also during the week. We went from Tuesday to Friday. And that was really rough because people have to go to work the next day. Like, obviously we had most people in on Friday, but it's still, it's pretty late. And then the Lambeth Fringe run was at 6:30, which again was a good time. But then the northern or the central line was super in trouble, and there were like 5 people.
Northern line.
Northern Line, yes.
Yeah.
There were like 5 people who were like, I'm coming, and then they couldn't. Then they messaged us. So things happen, but it was still great, and we still had like a good amount of people there for Lambeth Fringe. Yeah. But so the times matter. They really do.
And also your show is on 9 p.m.
It was at 9, yes. It wasn't ideal, but I was like, okay, like, how do we make this work? Because of the same issue, like, it's late. People are going to want to go home. I think our shows were Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I remember.
I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
But I was like, we're going to make this work. So we put it in the advertising. Late nights, secret messages.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We're like, we got to use this for something.
Yes.
And it ended up working because the person in front of their show in front of us, they were we saw their show and they saw ours, and so our audiences had like a tiny little bit of crossover. So that was nice. That was helpful.
Perfect.
So ideally, of course, we would want a show to be at 7 or something.
Yes.
But it is what it is. I mean, it's just how it is. So.
Yeah. And you also accepted for Fringe because it's like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, what are we gonna do? Those are the times they had. I was like, okay, like, this is a theater that wanted to do our play. They thought it was great, and they gave us the times. I was like, all right, let's do it. 9 o'clock, fine. And you know what? It honestly kind of, it worked out if you think about it, because we were rehearsing in Depton, then getting all of our props all the way over there to the Water Rats in central London, and then like doing like a quick like tech rehearsal. By the time it was 9 o'clock, the actors were refreshed, they were relaxed, we were refreshed and relaxed, and I think it ended up working out very well. So it is what it is. You make do. It's the theater.
Exactly, which is the entire industry for 99% of the people in this industry. You have to just make do. And then 1% just have lots of money and fun. They also have lots of stress, but still.
But so at the end, did you guys all break even?
Yes, we managed to break even, which is so nice. There's a couple of like gifts still standing out, like presents for people who helped us out along the way. But if everybody chips in like £2, then that's fine. And that's also, we never calculated that into the budget anyways, because just some flowers, some chocolates, some little bits and pieces to say thank you to our intimacy director, to the partner of one of the cast who let us borrow his car to transport like all the furniture that we needed for the set.
Nat's partner.
Nat's partner Duncan, he's amazing. Yes. And he really got into his car and he drove all our stuff through London and back again. It was
super helpful.
So so there's gonna be like. But that's it. That's the only cost we have left. Yeah, we just about broke even, which is very nice. But we needed Lambeth Fringe for that, the last one, because that was another £50 we got in, which that's nothing if you really think about all the trouble you have and all the effort you put in and all the energy. £50 is not a lot if you get that out of a run. But it helped us to break even, and that was enough, and that was all we needed. And so that's all good. And we're very happy with that. Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, that was like...
because it's not easy to break even.
It really isn't. It really isn't. And I think that's also the big difference if you compare like the London Fringes to Edinburgh Fringe. I think breaking even at Edinburgh Fringe is near to impossible.
No, it's a disaster.
I don't know. And also like with breaking even, I mean that we only used up all the money that we got from fundraising. So that's also technically, is that technically breaking even? Because, still,
So,
I mean, crowdfunding is part of the producing process. So.
Yes. Yeah. So, So we poured in a lot of money and we just, came out.
Can I ask how much money you raised for that fundraising?
£2,000.
Nice.
Wow,
We
amazing.
raised £2,000. It was also a really good deal because like
East 15 matched us, doesn't it?
East 15 matched us. Like they gave us £500 or something, which that's incredible. That's so much money. If we reached like £1,000 or
I think so, yeah.
something, then they matched us. Or they gave us £500 on top, which is really lovely and like a thing you can do if you're an alumni at a drama school that you paid lots of money for. So it's But I think also because we're all based in London, that's also a huge thing. We don't have to pay for accommodation. We don't really have to pay for transport or anything.
Like long distance transport.
Exactly. So that really helps. And if you have someone who has a car, if you know someone who has a car, that also is really helpful.
Yeah.
So we could have a couch, which was lovely. Yeah. How about you?
We did not break even, unfortunately. We were
So
at a
sad.
loss, but it happens. It is what it is. It's the business.
Absolutely.
But it really came down to that if we just ran one more night, we would have actually profited.
Yes.
That's what it came down to.
Exactly.
Or if we sold just a few more tickets that first night, we would have profited.
Yeah.
So, and it honestly, like when you look at it, when we first listened, it was like, oh man, we blew it. But then if you think about it, it was like, we didn't necessarily blow it. Like,
no.
Like we actually did very well. Like we were able to get a pretty large audience. A lot of people paid like, at the time we had like a full price and they paid it and people came. Like I think the last night was crammed full of people.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And so it really just came down to that. Like, and we ended up saving a lot of money doing other things. Like we rehearsed at East 15. So we ended up saving more money, and it was a really comfortable and really nice facilities to work in. We didn't have to pay for a tech person. The person was already there. Like they gave us a discount on food for the cast and crew, so we didn't have to pay full price on that stuff. So we ended up saving money here and there. And we were really close. We were so close. So it just came down to, okay, next time we'll just run a longer, we'll just do a longer run, or okay, we'll make sure, or it can just be that because we only had 2 actors, and there was only 4 of us in the whole production team, or 5 or 6 of us in the whole production team. We could only invite so many in our circle. Like if we had a larger cast, then we probably could have profited. So that's something to learn next time. So it's okay, maybe not a 2-hander next time.
No, but that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Because we have 7 people in the cast.
Oh wow.
And then we had about 10 people involved in each show, and it kind of moved around a bit because of people's availabilities. But everyone can invite the people they know. It's just a bit difficult because we're all internationals and we're the people we know. We don't really know each other. But
and we're from the same school.
Exactly. But it's also what you said about the rehearsal spaces. Being able to rehearse at school is really lovely. And we had to take out a public liability insurance for that.
Same.
But that wasn't too much money.
Crazy.
And it's still a lot less money than having to book actual rehearsal spaces in Theatre Delhi, for example, or other places in London. Yeah.
So how did you pay your cast?
We did a profit share.
Okay.
So everybody, I think myself, the director, and the 2 actors, we all split the profits equally.
Okay.
So that's how we did it.
Yeah, nobody got anything. They can put that in for their visa application, but because we only just broke even, that's it. We literally don't have any money. Who we did pay, we paid our directors. So we had Sarah Brody come in as a directorial and dramaturgical advisor. She's a professional director, and she was doing another show for East 15 this summer, and we asked her if she could help us out for a couple of hours. she very, she's lovely and wonderful, and just also excited about new work. And so she came in and she helped us, and we matched her what East 15 was paying her, which, not that much money, not as much money as you would expect. Drama school teachers and directors don't get paid a lot, so we could actually afford her. It was also really nice of her that was her rate, because it's not a normal rate for a director to come in. We paid her, and we paid her through the fundraise money. That was a big chunk of the money that went. But it was so helpful and so amazing, and she, we did script work with her, and then we went through the whole play, and she was amazing. And then we had someone from our cohort, from our class, Lauren Sherwood was directing the Camden run, which was really nice. Yeah, and then we just switch roles around a bit.
Yeah, rotate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw her performing in the last one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So because we're all actors, we're interested in directing, but we're mainly all actors. That's what we're trained in.
Okay.
We also, because some roles are bigger than others, we wanted to make it fair and switch things around a bit. Also, I was playing a big role in the beginning, and then I was just so exhausted and really happy to take a step back and have other people go in for that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think, we just did profit share. And then I think for the other roles, assistant director, intimacy coordinator, it was my first time working with one. I was like, oh, that was fun.
So cool.
So cool.
Yeah, and so necessary.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Did you guys know you share one intimacy coordinator?
Liz
Kent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Liz Kent, an amazing intimacy coordinator. Fabulous. She's absolutely fabulous. She's a dear friend, and she went to school with me, and she was also my cast.
Shout out to Liz.
Shout out to Liz.
Is she in this also?
Yes.
Oh, she lives here too?
Yeah, she's...
I didn't know that. That's crazy. I'm in her house.
Yeah, we're in her house.
Hey, Liz.
Hey, Liz. Thank you. She's wonderful. She's a wonderful person / intimacy director, and an incredible actor.
Yes.
She played one of the big roles in my play as well, and she's stunning. She's stunning.
So much fun to work with.
Yeah.
I mean, she made it really accessible and friendly and fun and comfortable for the actors. And ours was a romantic comedy drama. So it was like, okay, and it wasn't that much. I think I had to do 2 kisses or something, but she made that so safe and fun for them. So very pleased. And I think so it was, and then our lighting designer, set designer, they got paid a separate fee. So they got paid a little bit separately from the profit share that everybody else profit share.
Yes.
So we made enough that everybody got to leave with a good, comfortable amount for their work. So
that's really nice.
So that was the good thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also, it's great that you can put that on your global television application.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I was always thinking about doing one, and because as a producer and director, I always worry about how am I going to pay my actors, because that could create a huge amount of money in the budget, which I cannot afford. Obviously, I don't have this spare £2,000.
Yeah. Per actor.
Yeah, right. So,
yeah,
that's difficult.
It's difficult.
But also, it's quite lucky to have people who are willing to work with you, even though they know they may not get paid.
Yes. I think that's
absolutely.
I think that's the great thing, is that they just want to just do it for the passion of it, and and I respect it. I love that.
Yeah.
So we had 2 wonderful actors that just gave so much to it. I was like, oh my gosh, y'all just ate so much. Oh my God, y'all killed it. So
Yeah.
They were wonderful. So.
How was your casting process, if I may ask?
Oh, let me tell you, it was a blast. Let me tell you. So the play was originally it's a two-hander romantic comedy drama set in the 2000s, and it originally started as a 10-minute play that we did at Act 2, and the actress who originated the role in the 10-minute play, I asked her, I was like, girl, do you want to reprise your role?
Oh, amazing.
And she said yes, but the guy that we had said no. He said he was doing something else. I was like, okay, great. So we have to cast just the guy. Easy. There's only 2. Perfect. Fabulous. So we put out a call, and I think that's why one of the reasons why I came up with, like, I think we should do a profit share, because I was like, okay, like, I really want strong actors, and like if there's some money to incentivize, we'll get more people, because I really don't know that many actors. My network is a little limited. So I was like, okay, like let's go out there. And so we put out a casting call. We're like, okay, like I think we used the final monologue from the play as the sides, and we asked for a tape, and I think we had 15 guys submit a tape. I was like, oh my God, amazing. And then myself and Valerie, we sat through all of them. We watched them all, and we narrowed it down to 5. And then we had to do a chemistry read, because it's a romantic comedy drama. And so we rented out like a room at Theater Deli for like £8 for like a couple hours. And
amazing.
Yes.
Like £8 per what?
I think it was £8 for 2 hours. I don't remember exactly, but it was, I think Valerie knew somebody that got us a discount. Shout out to Valerie. Hey.
But I think it's if you have a membership on Theater Deli, and then also with that membership, you can book a room like last minute.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so they just reduce the fee for you to book like on the day, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. That's really good to know.
Yeah.
For future.
Yeah.
So we narrowed it down to 5 guys. We sent out the sides, and it was the first scene. It's the only scene, because the actors because they're long distance, they're separate. They only are together physically in the beginning and the end of the play. So we had to pick a male actor who's going to quickly establish a relationship with the female character, like quickly, and we had to be comfortable with the actress. I asked the actress Andy, shout out to Andy, hey girl. But I asked her, I was like, tell us who you're more comfortable with, tell us who you like get on with. And so we sent the guys aside. They didn't have to have it memorized, but we did want them to be familiar. All 5 of them, they had it memorized. Shout out to all of them. They were all fantastic.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we held it like an audition. Like they were sitting in another room, and they had Valerie scheduled the times for them to come in, and they read the part. She did a quick like intimacy check with them, and they read the part. They acted it out. She gave some direction for each person. Then we afterwards we saw, and then we recorded it so we could see the tapes afterwards. Then we took a day, we talked about it, we asked the actress, like, okay, and then we thought about the character, and then the actor who got the part, Connor, shout out to Connor, hey! But he was incredible. Like he nailed the tape, he nailed the chemistry read. It was incredible. So it was like, all right, like, ta-da. So
perfect.
Yeah, it was a breeze. It was so much fun to do.
Amazing.
So loved it. I didn't get to see your show.
I didn't get to see your show. So much regret in hindsight.
There was so much going on. Like there was so much going on.
Yeah, and I went to see as many shows as I possibly could, because lots of my friends were also in shows. And I did manage to see all of theirs, and then I, you try to see as much as you can, but you can't see all of them, because there's so many amazing shows and people and like artists. It's incredible. I just cast all my friends, because I mean my main goal when I was like I want to do Fringe this year was also because I was like, I'm going to miss my friends so much, because drama school is going to be over, and I want to keep working with them because they're the coolest people I know, and they're so talented, and I know what they can do. And so and they were incredible. Like, and the amount of work they put in, and like they helped. Everybody had so many different roles as well. Like people were acting, but they were also doing sound design. Like Jillian Patterson, amazing sound designer. But then also like Caro was doing lighting, and then you know everyone. Thea was also acting, and they were also doing costumes and like design in general. Everybody had at least 2 hats on all the time and had to think about 2 different things, and then making the posters, and then sending it back and forth and being like, oh, okay, yeah, this works. This doesn't work. Let's revisit this. And Jillian was also producing, and it's, you know, as well as doing sound design, as well as acting. So it was really cool.
I think that's one of the most important things about Camden Fringe, or just Fringe in general, or just like theater producing, or just being a part of theater in general. And something I learned was like, oh my gosh, trusting yourself to pick a great team.
Yes.
That is something that is like, I will never forget, because the team that we assembled, oh my gosh. Like, of course, you guys all know Valerie. She's freaking phenomenal. Such an incredible director. I trust her with literally all of my work. Like, such a great, and it was brilliant actress, wonderful. Connor had his lines memorized the first rehearsal.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a 65-page script. It's 2-hander, full of dialogue, monologues. My dude had most of it memorized. Already.
That's incredible. That's
like,
so cool.
My dude was on book. I was like, what? I'm sitting here like, what?
That is very, very cool.
I'm like, how? I wrote the thing and I'm like, I don't even know. So, and of course, Liz again was an amazing, our lighting designer, our set designer, everybody was so phenomenal, and just teaches you like, okay, like at least maybe I can't pick the best like partner or friend or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, but I can pick a good team to like do theater production. Like,
and that's honestly the most important thing, because you need the people who stay with it and the people who know how to work hard and to put everything in. So, you know, that's amazing. Lovely.
So that was the most important thing. Like, if you don't have a team, give up. Like,
literally, yes.
If everybody made that so much of a pleasant experience, because that can be so stressful. Like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
And it was already stressful. Like, I was stressed, but they made it such a breeze. It was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's gonna be stressful no matter what. And if you have people in the room who are also anxious and who are also dealing with a lot and bringing it into the room, that's really difficult. So you need people who you know will handle things and you can trust on and are gonna be relaxed about things. And like, everybody is allowed to have their freak out at some point. And can, you know, and it's everybody's allowed to vent at some point and like, you know, put it all out there. But people who then pull it back in and are like, okay, let's be professional and let's put this show on and make it as best as we possibly could.
I do have one question, like, because your show have 7 casts and you have 2.
Yeah.
So is there a difference between having a small cast or a bigger cast?
I think major differences, huge differences.
I mean, scheduling alone is like super difficult the more people you have. Especially if you have people who also need to work day jobs because you can't pay them. So doing that in advance was like a really huge thing to get everyone in the room, and then try to have rehearsals that still made sense if it's even with only a couple of people. Even though like we had a couple of scenes that were 2-handers, but most of a good chunk of the scenes were literally all 6 people on stage, because we had Tallulah, the character that Liz played, was a bit never really only interacted with one of the other characters, but so we had that's difficult. And then what would you say?
I think with 2 people, I mean, the scheduling was easier because it was only 2 of them, so we could easily like block out like, okay, 3 days a week, perfect. And if only one of them, okay, we could like reschedule and make it work. But I think it was definitely a challenge because it was just the two of them. It was a two-hander.
Yeah.
Like, I can only imagine the pressure. Like, I'm sorry, I wrote that. There was a lot of dialogue, my bad. But it was a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And, they did a fabulous job. They did a wonderful job. But I think, like, to have just two people having to hold the attention for an hour and something minutes, like that was, and I don't think they were ever off stage for maybe like 10 seconds. I think Connor was on stage the whole time.
Yeah.
And so that was something that we did to just like rehearse the show as much as possible because we knew we also had a very limited tech. We think we had an hour. Yeah, but I bribed the tech guy to give us another hour. I was
like, still 2 hours of tech, that's insane.
Yes,
oh my God.
Yes.
Well done you. Congratulations.
But
my God.
we were on it. Like Valerie had everything already preset. The lighting designer was already told that the lights were not going to be super complicated, but we already had it planned out.
Okay.
We had rehearsed all the cues, like I think through like a week before we opened. So we just rehearsed them as much as possible so they just knew their show.
Yeah. It's also a huge difference did you have the tech person as well for the shows, the professional tech person from the venue?
Yes.
That's such a huge difference. Like, because we had 2 hours of tech for Lambeth Fringe and it nearly broke us.
Yeah,
It did,
I heard something.
It was insane because we had the wonderful Lucrezia Pfeiffer Lulu. Shout out to Lulu. She's not a professional tech person, and so we got there, and she needed to figure out. Like she had all the we had everything set up, but like even just making the light look right with a system that is unfamiliar, because that's also a thing. Like every theater has like the Etc. Theater had a rather old like tech setup, and then you need to figure out how that works, which we had Chad, Gillian's husband, Chad Patterson, who's also incredible and amazing, and he worked that out. And then we had Lulu, who worked out Lambeth Fringe, and my God, she worked those 2 hours harder than anyone else. It was, and we got it done like 15 minutes before the end. They had it all done, and it was perfect. It was absolutely flawless. But then also because we were at the Central Film School, they didn't have a professional tech person who could have done that.
No.
Which is also a thing that...
Because I saw the description is like, it was for a movie screening.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's not really super made for like...
live theater. Yeah. Neither was our venue. It was the live music, mostly live music. And I was like, oh my, that thing that was the most stressful thing was like, oh my God, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah.
How are we gonna? That was like having sleepless nights about it.
But you did it.
But we did it. But we showed up that day for tech, and Valerie's like, I'm feeling good. I'm like, all right, same. Same. And we did it. We did it with 15 minutes to spare. I'm like, oh my gosh. Thank God.
Yes, exactly.
Thank God.
It is,
best 20 quid I have ever spent. Oh, bribing that guy to give us the extra hours.
Perfect.
Please.
Yeah, honestly.
So.
Tech is always stressful.
Yes.
Like, that just is what it is. Not for the actors, but for everyone else.
Yeah.
For everyone else, yes.
Yeah.
And it's Fringe. That's just how it is. Like, you don't.
Yes.
That's just how it is. Like,
yeah. Absolutely.
Wow. What's the proportion of people filling the seats? Like, how many tickets do you sell? Because each of your venue has different size, but...
I don't know. It really also depends on the night. Like, a Monday is always going to be more difficult to fill than like a Thursday or a Saturday.
Okay.
It's really difficult to tell. You also... So when you sign up for Camden Fringe, for example, they always give you like a starter pack, like this huge email with so much information. With this is where you can promote your show.
Yes.
This is the reviewer, a list of reviewers that you can contact, a list of like places where you can like put like pubs, for example, where you can put like your poster up on a screen for a certain amount of money. Like they give you this huge thing of information that's really helpful. We tried a lot of those things for the Etc. Theatre. And then we didn't have many people in the seats. We didn't film many seats, which was also the timing. And it was also the fact that most of our friends and family had already come to Camden Fringe, which had been like a month prior. So it was just, and also, the time, 9 p.m. So I don't know. I also, like with Edinburgh Fringe, I know that it's a lot about actually physically handing out flyers, which people in London don't do.
We were going to do it, but then we were like, I don't know if that's gonna work. And our flyers they were expensive. They were beautiful. I should have brought them.
Oh,
they were so cute. They were from Vistaprint. Don't plug in Vistaprint. But they were like, but we were like, I don't know, because like in London, I don't think they have this environment like that.
Yeah, we handed out flyers at the launch, at the like Fringe launch parties. There was like a Camden Fringe launch party, a Lambeth Fringe launch party. So we handed flyers out there. But and those parties are really nice. I don't think they fill many seats, and but it's just so nice to feel the community. Because there's lots of people there. They're all bringing their own play. They're all like either producers or actors or directors, and they're all excited about Fringe and excited about making something, creating something. So that's really nice to feel that atmosphere. And you get like with Lambeth Fringe, you got like your performance passes there. Your artist passes, like, so you could go for free into other Fringe shows, which is really nice. Yes.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. How did you feel about like? How did you get bums on seats?
How did we get bums on seats? It was a very like arduous process, and I was because I felt that as the co-producer, I was like, okay, Valerie, you work on the directing and that stuff, and I'll work on like the producing stuff. I felt that, all right, my job is done. It's all right. The script is solid. So I'll focus on that. And it was like, okay, what can we come up with? What can we come up with? What can we do? And I was like, okay, each of us, we have to tell each of our circles, like, to come to the show. Each of our, and there was only 4 of us. So we told everyone, tell your families, the actors, they were from here, they're from the UK. So it's like, tell all your families to please come, tell your enemies, everybody. And I used my circle at my university. I used all my colleagues. I used people. I ended up messaging every follower on Instagram. I'm pretty sure you guys got the message as well. Like I had sent it to every single person I have ever met in the United Kingdom to come see the show. And I think when my friends in California came to see it, I was like, thank you. So like I went crazy. And I think we all did. I think we posted it, and oh my gosh, it was like this East Asian organization that like is for telling people events that are hosted by East Asians, and I think they like hosted our show. Nice. I went to see other people's shows. I was like, oh, come to ours.
Yes.
And then some of them actually did end up coming. So I was like, yes. And so we really just like pushed and just told as many people as possible to like come see the show. I was in a lot of writers groups, and so I told a lot of those people within those groups to come see it or pass it along. And so it was just basically just exhausting all of our networks, every person we've ever met, families, friends, associates. And I think it was successful. Monday, of course, it was tough. Like that was tough. Like I think we had like 20 or 30, and I think the venue claims it could fit 100 people. Claims. I don't know how, it was small in there. But then Tuesday and Wednesday ended up being much better. Than Wednesday had like Tuesday had like 40 or 50.
But
and
that's
then
still
that was
numbers.
good. It was
that's
good.
Really good.
And then Wednesday was almost sold like 70. Like we were packed. You guys were packed in there.
That's incredible.
Like,
that's
a lot.
really good.
And so it worked, but it took a lot of like nagging and being like, come on people, come.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, I'm sure I got blocked.
No, you won't.
else was like, come guys, come see the show, please.
And also, like talking about the audience, did you successfully invite some reviewers to come?
Yeah, we reached out to 2 reviewers, and Camden Fringe helped with that. So they were the ones. So I think we reached out to the reviewers, and then the Camden Fringe sent them the tickets.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the comp tickets also go through Camden Fringe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing.
The reviewers did come.
Both, like, how many did you invite?
Myself and Valerie, we invited 50 reviewers, 50
Yeah.
publications, and 2 attended, one on Monday and one on Tuesday.
Amazing.
So
Yeah, we invited so many. I don't quite know how many because that was what Jillian, my wonderful co-producer, did. But we had in total we had 3 reviewers come to the Camden Fringe run, which was really nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, because I did that as well. Like basically, I was in charge of sending out messages through Instagram,
Yes.
and basically nobody replied. So
Yeah, we did it by email.
Email, yes.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Maybe that feels a bit more formal, but I don't know.
But it depends. I think it was just also because a lot of them went to Edinburgh already.
Okay.
And,
oh yeah, because of the time.
Yes.
overlap.
The time.
Yeah.
Some of them need like a 2 months advance notice. Like we did ours pretty close to the wire. I think we did it like a month or 2 months before, and a lot of them said they were going to Edinburgh already.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's a lot of the game is just reaching out to as many people as possible and hoping that some will stick.
yeah,
Something will stick. Yeah.
that's the name of the game for Fringe.
It really is. Yeah.
If the reviewers come,
Yes.
they would definitely write a review, or it's actually like potential.
No, they will write a review.
Yeah. They will definitely write a review. We knew about 3 had said they would come in advance, and then one of them had said one of them couldn't make it after all because they weren't feeling well. And then we had a surprise 3rd reviewer where we just Googled our show and we're like, Sunk into the Earth reviews, and then the 3rd one popped up one day, which was really nice. And then we had one woman sit in the first row with her notepad taking notes one night, and we were like, okay, there's a reviewer coming.
Yeah.
Good to know. She's there. She's doing her job. She's doing her thing. And that was a bit daunting, but she left us a lovely 4-star review. So she can come again, and she can sit in the front row. I will reserve her a seat.
They came.
Yes.
That's all.
Honestly, that's also the most important thing. You just need to get people in and tell the world that you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
So do you have like a solid plan for bringing this play to the next stage, or?
We will try, because it's a play that is showcasing 7 characters. We do, and we had our lovely head of course, Robin, actually talk to us about it, and he said, use that play as a showcase, bring it, go as far with it as you possibly can, and invite casting directors and invite agents and everything, everyone you could possibly invite to tell the industry that you're there and that you're ready to work and that you're doing good work. So we want to bring Sunk into the Earth back next year at different venues. Probably Fringe again, maybe Edinburgh Fringe. Let's see how much energy we have, because that would start very soon, the fundraising again and everything. And it's just so much money and so much with the traveling and everything. But we definitely want to bring it back, and also we want to keep working on it and bring in new directors who actually know about directing. Because in the last 2 runs, I mean, we had a wonderful director in the beginning help us take off, but then she had other engagements and we were on our own. So we also want to bring in a professional director, or a director that is more professional than us, but that we can still afford, which is always a thing. But and then do that. Yeah.
Oh, for me, oh gosh. Well, I loved Things the Same as You in person. I love the journey it went on. I'm so proud that it got to the level it was able to. It was my first play I've ever written and then produced. I was like, yes, like that's what I wanted to do since I moved here. I was like, I want to write a play.
Yes.
And so as of now, I would like to, I've written like 4 other plays that are sitting on my laptop waiting for their chance. Yes. Some of them have been shortlisted. One of them was recently shortlisted. Yes. Thank you. So I'm like, okay, like that was a good starting point and a great introduction into my style and how I like to approach work. But I'm trying to see, maybe let's do something different. And I want to try doing it with a larger cast, because I'm like, okay, like the two-hander thing is like, ooh, we're not going to get that big of an audience. But I'm writing a play with like 6 actors. Okay, we can make more money. So and I think it's pretty good. So I think we'll probably do something else next year, but probably for Fringe, or maybe a different venue or something. But we'll see. You never know.
Yeah, amazing.
So that's what's next.
Yeah.
So
Excited. Yeah, because I haven't got the chance to see your show because I was in China.
It's on YouTube.
Yes.
It's on YouTube. Yes, it is on YouTube. We had it filmed on Monday. Woo! Last minute, the videographer messaged us.
Oh my God.
She did such a good job. So
I'll put a link on the video.
Yes.
The link.
On YouTube. So I can share it with all of you. Thanks to see in person on YouTube. So
Perfect.
please check it out. Like and subscribe.
Yes,
And thumbs
definitely.
up and tap the bell and all that other stuff. So yeah, that's So I think that's gonna be that for that show for now.
Nice.
So.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And also I look forward to your new show.
Whenever it comes out.
Yeah.
So crossing my fingers.
Yeah.
But I would love it if someone else produced it. Because or at least we had more producers. Because that was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough.
That is also something that I would recommend, to have like an external producer, like one person that is only producing.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
And I don't know how I could ever afford someone like that. I don't know if that's
I
possible.
think we're all at emerging artists, right?
Yes.
So emerging producers, come find us. I'm looking directly into the camera. Emerging
He sounds
producers.
like Enrico, like,
Yeah.
Enrico, come find us. So I think that's what needs to happen, because we don't, when you're doing multiple roles, unfortunately, you don't get to necessarily focus on the thing that you wanted to do. Like,
Exactly.
I wanted to focus on writing, and luckily,
Yeah.
because myself and Valerie worked together so much, and the actors were so ahead of schedule that we were able to do little rewrites and fix some things. But like, it would be great to just chill and just be the writer, or just be the actor. Luckily, the actors didn't have to produce, but I'm sure for Valerie it would have been great to just be the director.
Yeah, I think for every single one of us, it would also have been nice to just do one thing.
Yeah.
Because it's also, everyone had to sacrifice so much time that they also could have spent like working a job that actually pays them money.
Yeah.
And like, doing other things and writing to agents, as we all had to do over the summer, or we're still doing, some of us still in that game, emailing agents. And like, there's so much that you have to put on hold for being in a show that demands so much of you. So that's the dream, that everyone is just wearing one hat and is just doing one thing.
Yeah.
I don't mind it though, but just pay me more money.
Yes. Yeah. It was still perfect and lovely and magical and amazing.
Wonderful
and,
time.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And it is what it is.
But I want more zeros. I'm like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So I think that's so much for tonight.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah, but absolutely, if you guys want to stick around and we can talk more about it. Okay, so this is the end of this episode 6. We will come back soon.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Bye.